FBI agent Alexander Mahone is assigned to capture the Fox River Eight, while the corrections officers continue to pursue them. The group, Michael Schofield, Lincoln Burrows, Fernando Sucre, John Abruzzi, and Benjamin Franklin, steals a truck. Schofield informs the team that they need to head to a warehouse in Oswego. The COs follow their trail but end up at the wrong location. Meanwhile, Mahone inspects Schofield's apartment and realizes the escape was meticulously planned for months. He orders a search of the nearby river and uncovers clues hidden in Schofield's tattoos. Elsewhere, Theodore Teabag Bagwell forces a doctor to surgically reattach his severed hand. Veronica Donovan, trapped in a mansion, contacts the police, but instead, men in suits arrive and kill her. Sarah Tancredi regains consciousness and finds a message left by Schofield about his plan. At the warehouse, the team retrieves buried shovels and begins digging at a fake gravesite where Michael previously planted clothes and supplies for disappearing. Mahone, revealed to be addicted to prescription pills, shows up shortly after, catching Schofield's attention and vowing to understand his entire plan to stop him. Based on the testimony of ex-CO Roy Geary, the authorities suspend Warden Pope for giving Schofield preferential treatment and fire Bellick for selling PI privileges to Abruzzi. Bellick then learns the government has placed a bounty on each of the escapees. The group splits up. Lincoln convinces Michael to help rescue his son LJ. They retrieve a stashed car, but while buying supplies, the police spot them, forcing them to abandon it. Lincoln calls LJ with instructions, but Mahone intervenes, thwarting the plan. During the escape, Lincoln is shot and LJ is transferred to Arizona. Bagwell kills the doctor after reattaching his hand and steals his car, heading toward Utah, where Charles Westmoreland's hidden fortune awaits. David Tweener Opolskis continues pickpocketing and agrees to accompany a young woman also traveling to Utah. Bellick confronts Geary, and after a fight, they team up to hunt the fugitives for the reward money. They interrogate another inmate, Sanchez, for information. The brothers arrive at Nika Volick's house, where Lincoln receives medical treatment. Michael retrieves his car but discovers the bag is missing. They fake their deaths by planting pieces of flesh in the car and blowing it up along a route marked on Schofield's tattoo. Though authorities believe they're dead, Mahone remains skeptical. They regroup with Volick, unaware Bellick and Geary are tracking her. Meanwhile, Sucre finds out that his girlfriend, Maricruz Delgado, is set to marry his cousin Hector in Las Vegas. He steals a bike and races to stop the wedding. Franklin persuades his wife, Casey, to understand the truth about his incarceration. Sarah is arrested and admitted to rehab on her father's advice, where she meets Paul Kellerman, posing as a fellow addict under a false identity. Bellick and Geary capture Michael, Lincoln, and Volick, intending to steal Westmoreland's money instead of claiming the bounty. Lincoln sabotages their vehicle, prompting Geary to go for help. While giving Bellick a lap dance, Volick steals his knife and frees the brothers, who then imprison both men. Bellick reveals Sarah's situation, leading Volick to betray the brothers in hopes of claiming the bounty. But she fails and is left behind. Tweener grows close to the girl, but hides his true identity. Abruzzi learns of Fibonacci's location and goes to kill him, but it's a trap set by Mahone. Abruzzi refuses to surrender and is fatally shot, leading to backlash over Mahone's tactics. Meanwhile, Kellerman and Sarah grow closer, and the FBI discovers the brothers are still alive. Tweener's companion learns his identity, but lets him steal her car and flee. Michael and Lincoln reach Toole, Utah, searching for the hidden farm, but find it doesn't exist on modern maps. At City Hall, they discover someone else has taken the blueprint they need. They track down Bagwell, who claims he was also late and reveals Tweener has the plans. When they catch up to Tweener, he admits Bagwell took them. Bagwell memorizes and eats the blueprint to stay indispensable. Sucre interrupts Delgado's wedding, fights Hector, and escapes, heading for the money. Franklin follows his own path there. Mahone learns everyone is converging in Utah. Kellerman is ordered by a company agent named Kim to report directly to him. Governor Tancredi begins to question Lincoln's guilt. At the farm site, the group discovers a village has been built over the location of the buried cache. Michael determines the money lies beneath a house owned by a middle-aged woman. The fugitives pose as utility workers and cut the power to gain access. The woman allows them inside, and they begin digging. Sucre and Franklin arrive and join the effort. Tweener is sent to refuel the vehicle, but is recognized and captured by Mahone, who interrogates him for the other's location. Meanwhile, Patoshik, haywire, wanders aimlessly, enters a home and becomes obsessed with a countryside painting, which he steals. Governor Tancredi meets Kellerman, who claims to be a friend of Sarah's. The homeowner grows suspicious of Bagwell and asks him to leave, but they detain both her and her daughter, who turns out to be a police officer. Lincoln leaves when he learns LJ has been exonerated, unaware it's a trap by Kellerman. The others finish digging and find the money, but Sucre pulls a gun and takes the entire bag. However, this was part of Michael's plan to get a bigger share. The bag is revealed to be a decoy. Bagwell has the real one. As they chase him, Sucre falls into a river but is saved by Michael. Sucre learns Delgado called off her wedding and decides to find her. The team splits up again after using some of the remaining money to buy new cars. Lincoln reunites with LJ and they escape from company agents. Bellick and Geary also realize Bagwell has the cash and track him. Sarah narrowly escapes a company hit after they mistake another woman at a payphone for her. She contacts Bruce Bennett, her father's friend, only to learn he betrayed her. Kellerman intercepts her encrypted messages with Michael. It's revealed that Mahone is working for the company. Michael attempts to retrieve nitroglycerin vials he hid before his incarceration, but the FBI is waiting. He narrowly escapes and investigates Mahone's background by questioning his ex-wife, Pam. Michael deduces Mahone murdered a serial killer named Oscar Shales and buried him in his backyard. He uses this knowledge to blackmail Mahone into leaving him and Lincoln alone. But Mahone refuses after finding out about Michael's next meeting point with Sarah. Franklin and his friends break Casey out from FBI custody, and he rescues his daughter, finally reuniting with his family. Bagwell arrives at Susan Hollander's house only to find it up for sale. She fled with her children. Bellick and Geary capture Bagwell and torture him to reveal the money's location. Kellerman learns Sarah is headed to New Mexico. Meanwhile, Lincoln and LJ are recaptured by the police. Sarah meets Michael at their rendezvous point, but is attacked by Mahone. They lure him into a trap at a factory. Michael locks Mahone inside while Sarah escapes and later tends to Michael's injuries, reminding him of the consequences of his plans, like Bagwell's freedom. Lincoln and LJ are rescued by Aldo Burrows' men and taken to his safe house. A company mole informs Kim of their location. Meanwhile, Bellick and Geary recover a key Bagwell swallowed and access a safety deposit box connected to it.